Ok, bonsoir à tous
Okay.
et
Yeah.
bienvenue dans cette nouvelle session de Todi Abro. Aujourd'hui, on va parler de la bourse PASET. Alors, je vais passer la parole à Pires pour qu'il nous introduise la session et ensuite notre invité qui nous fera l'honneur de présenter ce programme. Pires, tu as la parole.
Okay. Uh, Hello, family. It's another session, study abroad session, and we are really happy to have a new invite from somewhere where we rarely hear of. He's from Sudan. I think he's Sudanese. Maybe he might be something else. And we have Nasradeen. Nasradeen is a PASET scholar. He's many things, I would say. He's he's a lecturer in the University of Khartoum. He's a PASET scholar. He has worked in a lot of institutions, international as well as local institutions. He has worked in Khartoum. He has worked in the UNFCCC, which is the United Nations Framework Convention for Climate Change. It is one of the toughest places to work when you are working on climate change. And he also won I think the Palusi Fellowship at the University of Ibadan, and then he also won the PASET, which we're calling him for the PASET today. So I believe it's going to be an exciting run with Nasradeen. I think we are going to talk with Nasradeen, know who Nasradeen is, and then we get into what the PASET scholarship, because it's a PhD scholarship, how it works, when to apply, the key things to look at when trying to apply, if we can contact Nasradeen. And I think at the end we'll have questions. So I'm going to leave it here. Sandra will obviously do the French translation from time to time for the most important things. But for now, let's listen to who Nasradeen is. So Nasradeen, it's your turn.
Thank you so much, Red and James. It's a pleasure to be here with you today to share my journey through the African scholarships, because all my studies are like just here in Africa. And I starting by the bachelor degrees in University of Khartoum, Faculty of Forestry. So the degree was in forestry. And then I won Pan-African University Scholarship. It's called PAU in Paulisi, it's the University of Ibadan. So where that I did my master's in environmental management. And finally now I'm like in the PASET scholarship program in climate change and biodiversity, sustainable agriculture in University of Physics Software, Boanye. And in terms of those jobs and careers, praise has been said, and um, later if we share our contact for uh, anything that we are going. So I just prepared some slides here for, if you allow me to share, just,
Okay.
Of course.
yeah,
Just to mention that
for,
Nasradeen also speaks Arabic very, very well.
uh, yeah, so in Sudan we speak Arabic and small English, like, but it's not common English.
Yeah.
So even maybe you will struggle, my English is not that so.
No,
And
but it's good.
some word in French.
And now you are learning French in Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, c'est bonjour, bonsoir, comment allez-vous? The screen is okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So today just I'm going to give you briefly on PASET-Rsif scholarship program, PhD program, so that the slogan your gateway to advanced studies in applied sciences, engineering, and technologies. Uh, just like a small background outline, we are going to see the general overview on PASET program, and then the scholarship details, eligibility, application process, and tips for the applications. successful applications.
Okay.
A PASET program actually is African-led initiatives, and it provides the PhD scholarship, research grants, and innovations grant too. So in terms of, firstly, it's focus on the PhDs, and then uh, grant for research if you have submitted the proposals for innovative work, if they can even grant you. You can detail that one later. And then if there is innovation that have been done by faculty or is a PhD student, it can be also granted, and they have agencies that support this one too. Um, the PASSIVE program, it focuses on 5 thematic areas: ICTs, including the big data and artificial intelligence, food security, minerals, and energy and climate change. So this program has been conducted in 12 African host institutes and less 22, around 22 international partner institutes. So as if you have been accepted in one of those programs, you firstly start your studies in the African host universities, and then you defend your proposals, you start collecting data and those ones. And then later you have to be engaged with one international partner institute that you can advance your knowledge. Maybe you have some experiment that you cannot conduct in your host university. Maybe you go there and you'll be having uh, new skills and knowledge, like where I'm here now with those guys' praise, and I'm getting a new knowledge. And later you have to come, and that period is it depends. It's just putting in the range between 6 months and 2 years. So if you can stay just 6 months, or you can stay 1 year, or six or 2 years. So it depends on your project. So and we can come can detail that later in if there are other questions. So it focus the program is just exerting efforts to support the African student and sub-Saharan African as such, and then enhances the research capability or capacities for the institutes and those African host universities, and promote innovations. So if students or the university came with a new idea, so they can be funded and promoted. Um, the scholarship in details in terms of, let's say, money and those stuff, uh, it provide tuition fees, living expenses, and research grants. So let's be like France for PhD, they give $900 per month when you are at African Host University. And if you go to the International Partner Institute, it depends on the country. Let's say if you are in Morocco, maybe you get like $1,000 per month as a stipend. If you are in America, that maybe you go around 4 or 5 like thousand. In UK, they having $2,000, and it depends on the country. They calculate. Actually, those guys they having uh, regional coordinate units is coordinating this one, which is in
Mm-hmm.
ECB in Kenya. So
Okay.
they calculate the living expenses in each country, and then they give the scholar or the student the money that it can be sufficient for his stay. And during the sandwich program. So it that in terms of the money, the areas they cover, and And even if you got your PhD, if you have submitted or you have a new or good idea, even you can get grant for that for postdoc or this one. So the eligibility criteria, um, you have to be a sub-Saharan African citizen and having a relevant master's degree, depends on those five thematic areas. And also you demonstrate excellent academics potentials and such commitment that is needed to get back to your home country so that you can contribute in the development of uh, because of this criteria or condition eligibility, they give a priority for those who are working on universities, research centers, and
Mm,
so that they assure them maybe they get back and
yeah.
contribute in the African development. So the process, uh, when they announce the applications, so people they can just go to their website and
W.Rsif.
then create an account and fill the applications and upload required documents. And also those documents sometimes they have been updated. Maybe um, if you sometimes they don't request for for recommendation letter, and some they just you can just write the emails and address. Tips for successful applications. So if you are intended to do that one, you can just start earlier and then prepare innovative research proposals, because if you are just writing old-fashioned proposals, you cannot be uh, you can't grant like having or a win or success this scholarship, because they're always looking for this something that new, something that can fill the gap and bring a new idea. And ensure all documents are up to date and properly formatted. So just follow the guidelines and seek for feedback from mentors or professors or even pass it to a scholar or pass it alumni so they can guide you. Maybe there are some hidden things so that you can do it. So that's all about the just general or briefly about the past scholarship. And if there are questions, I'm happy to answer them and you can even elaborate more and more.
Oh.
Okay, thank you very much. And maybe I need to translate a little bit
Mm-hmm.
for English speaker. So, I mean, for French
French
speaker.
speakers.
Yeah, so, donc, en fait, notre invité expliquait que le programme, en fait, PASET, se concentre sur cinq domaines thématiques: la technologie de l'information et la communication, abrégé TIC, et aussi, y compris évidemment le big data, l'intelligence artificielle, la sécurité alimentaire, les ressources minérales et énergétiques. Et aussi, il a dit ainsi que le changement climatique, qui est aussi un domaine important. Et il dit qu'en fait, le programme est une mise en œuvre dans 12 instituts d'accueil, et évidemment d'accueil des Africains spécialement, et d'environ 22 institutions internationaux. Donc, il dit que si en fait vous êtes accepté dans l'un de ces programmes, vous commencez d'abord vos études dans une université d'accueil africaine. Ensuite, vous défendez votre projet de recherche et vous commencez à collecter les données. Bon, évidemment, par la suite, vous devez collaborer avec des institutions internationales afin d'approfondir les connaissances. Et il disait, par exemple, si vous réalisez une expérience dans votre université d'accueil, vous pouvez en fait vous rendre dans une institut partenaire pour acquérir de nouvelles compétences. Si vous jugez que les compétences que vous avez acquises dans l'université d'accueil n'étaient peut-être pas suffisantes, mais qu'il faut peut-être compléter. Et il dit que c'est en fait son cas actuellement ici à Paris, où il essaye d'acquérir en fait des nouvelles compétences. Et il a aussi ajouté que la durée du séjour, en fait, varie entre 6 mois et 2 ans. Donc, évidemment, selon le projet. Et il disait donc, vous pouvez donc rester 6 mois, 1 an ou jusqu'à 2 ans même. Bon, et il disait que dans les questions, vous pourriez lui poser des questions davantage sur comment ça se passe en fait. Et ensuite, il a ajouté que l'objectif du programme est de soutenir les étudiants africains, comme il a rappelé en tout début, et en particulier ceux d'Afrique subsaharienne, et de renforcer les capacités de recherche des institutions, enfin des instituts et des universités d'accueil en Afrique, tout en favorisant évidemment l'innovation. Il a insisté beaucoup sur ce point-là. Et il a aussi dit que les étudiants ou les universités proposent une idée novatrice et elle peut être financée et promue. Donc, ça peut aller au-delà, en fait, d'après votre cursus. Et il a dit en ce qui concerne les détails de la bourse, elle couvre les frais de scolarité, les frais de subsistance, les frais de subvention de recherche. Et il disait, par exemple, pour un doctorat en Afrique, la bourse est de 900 dollars par mois. Voilà. Évidemment, si un étudiant se rend dans une institution de recherche internationale, le montant dépend du pays. Et il a précisé qu'au Maroc, par exemple, il pourrait recevoir 1000 dollars par mois. Aux États-Unis, ça peut aller à 4000 et 5000 dollars. Au Royaume-Uni, c'est 2000 dollars. Et évidemment, le calcul étant effectué par les unités de coordination régionale, notamment ce qu'il a appelé l'ECB au Kenya, qui détermine en fait les frais de subsistance dans chaque pays. En réalité, ça dépend de quoi, en fait. Ça dépend de, on va dire quoi, le pouvoir le pouvoir d'achat dans chaque pays. Par exemple, aux États-Unis, si on vous paye 4000 à 5000 dollars, c'est un peu comme ça revenait à payer 1000 dollars au Maroc. Parce que c'est le coût de vie, en fait, aux États-Unis qui est élevé et qui prend en compte beaucoup de choses. Bon, il a aussi ensuite parlé à la fin des critères, en fait, de sélection. Et il disait concernant le processus de candidature, lorsque les appels de candidature sont ouverts, en fait, les candidats peuvent se rendre sur le site Internet, créer un compte, remplir le formulaire de candidature et télécharger le document. Il a partagé le lien et on va vous partager cela à la fin durant ce meeting. Et il a dit aussi que les documents peuvent être mis à jour d'une année à l'autre. Donc, il faut vraiment tenir compte de, 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 de ton document qui est le plus présent, en fait, pour être téléchargé. Et il dit que la lettre de recommandation n'est pas toujours, et là il a précisé, n'est pas toujours demandée. Et parfois, il suffit simplement de fournir une adresse email et les coordonnées de l'enseignant. Donc, on n'a pas besoin d'avoir un enseignant qui a rédigé la lettre, il a signé, il a déjà donné. Il faut juste envoyer les coordonnées de l'enseignant et il va pouvoir envoyer les documents. Et à la fin, je m'arrête là, il a donné quelques conseils pour la candidature réussie. Et il a dit que si vous envisagez de postuler, commencez tôt et préparez un projet de recherche innovant. Si vous souhaitez un projet trop classique ou dépassé, il sera difficile d'obtenir la bourse. Donc, le comité de recherche, le comité, en fait, recherche toujours quelque chose de nouveau qui comble, en fait, un manque. Et donc, il a insisté sur le fait qu'il faut vraiment avoir l'idée originale. Donc, voilà globalement ce qu'il a expliqué sur cette bourse PASET. Donc, Pérez, toi.
Voilà. I think the translation was effective.
So,
Perfect. My my
perfect.
que- I think now maybe we go to question and answers. If there is anyone that has questions, we are going to let the mic open so that the person can either ask the questions directly or the person can always get into the chat box and send us their questions. Like we said in the last session, we try as much as possible to bring you people that have been through it and that lived like you so that you do not feel discouraged or feel like they are out of this world, but rather that they are here and it encourages you to ask your questions. You might not have the opportunity again to meet maybe Nasradeen. So if you have the opportunity today, please ask your questions. Anyone, but do not repeat what he has already said, please.
Donc,
Questions.
sentez-vous libre de poser vos questions, que ce soit en anglais ou en français. On va essayer de traduire pour l'invité et qui va essayer de répondre. Donc, sentez-vous libre. Et si vous voulez parler, vous pouvez juste mettre la main. Je vais vous donner la parole directement. Dans le cas contraire, vous écrivez dans le chat et on va répondre.
Is it possible for us to go to the PASET website, just the website, so that we can see how it
Yes,
looks? Okay. And again, is there any language requirement? That's always the challenge.
Uh, Actually, there is no. The main language in the program is in English, but there
Okay.
is no requirement for it like to do it like in because they don't ask for IELTS or TOEFL or those stuff. So as long as you are sub-Saharan African, you can apply. And
Okay.
yeah, just I wanted to elaborate small things before we go to the
Okay.
website. And this is the website.
Yeah.
Uh, in terms of because I didn't complete the financial stuff like the stipend for the scholar to go. The stipend it depends. We said between 900. This is a list, and
Yeah.
then up to 4,000. And
Yeah.
so, and each year you'll be having 4,800
Mm-hmm.
dollars.
Mm-hmm.
That is a research grant. So
Research grant.
yeah, research fund. This is research. We call it research fund,
Yeah.
and that let's say 4,800 times four because it pays annually.
Okay.
And
That's huge.
and yeah, but the interesting thing also they're having another grant. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are it's open sometimes 1 year or 2 years, it depends. But it's if you applied for it and you
Mm-hmm.
have good proposals, they can
Yeah.
even give you 10,000 to
Mm-hmm.
complete the project. That's what I want now. Is like you call it doctoral.
Okay.
So I want that one so that you can use it in advance your studies and your publications or those. And that one is linked to your International Partner Institute. When you go to the International Partner Institute, they can pay you that money because
Okay.
you can use it in the laboratory stuff, buying equipment or devices or for publications.
That's really comfortable.
Yeah, and if you have done your PhD and you have opportunity to get postdoc, they're having also funders.
Wow.
And and even if you don't have that postdoc, maybe you and your supervisor, if you work closely and you brought a new idea or innovations, they can fund that one through the African Host University. And that one it varies. Sometimes it can goes up to $250 or $55,000. So it depends, but it's good. It's good scholarship, I think, in Africa. It's like super good one. And another
Yeah,
thing,
it's a
those
very
guys,
good one.
yeah, in term because me, I was thinking that Pan African University scholarship, it was the best in Africa. But when I joined PASET, I found it better in terms of coordination, in terms of financial, in terms of even the capacity building.
Yeah.
For the capacity buildings, they are running trainings. They look at what areas that the students need, all the students, like in the whole Africans
Yeah.
or International Partner Institute, what they need, let's say in statistics, in reference management, or there are common areas. So they train the scholars and the students in those ones. They do trainings and workshops. And every month they having a student seminar and guest webinar. So the student seminar, the students from the different fields, they present their either their results or proposals, and people they comment and share the ideas and for the guest webinar, they bring let's say a scholar, somebody is an innovator or he has a good uh, research work or experiences to talk to the student and inspire them by his
Mm-hmm.
ideas, and even sometimes they bring when they join a new international partner institute, and they bring the team to talk about their institute and how they what facilities they have and what they're going to provide for the student. Uh, and also there are town hall meetings so that they can share their uh, issues and how they can solve it. So this one is always done by the regional coordinate unit, which is in ECB in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
And for the following the progress of the students, they have a quarterly report, and
Yeah.
where you put your progress in terms of the study that you have done, publication that you have is all everything that you have done. You write it there every 3 months, and then your supervisor and co-supervisors they sign so that they assure that you are progressing and you are in the line. So okay, that is all about the one that I wanted to elaborate on. But this is the website of
Yes.
PASET program. Uh, if you have seen here, this is because just look at the image. Uh, because in terms of governance, they have let's say governance council, and also there is another board and coordinating units. So the ministries of it's like around 10 countries
Mm-hmm.
plus uh, the government of uh, the government of Korea, like this
Mm-hmm.
guy here downstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and the World Bank. So those ones are the governing councils. So who decide what they want and what they do is like, and then there is a executive board and consultative one, and the regional coordinate unit. That one is be directly in contact with the students. This if you come here to the website, if you
Yes.
want to see what is there, what is it about here, it's like about the
Let's
facet.
see how they apply the application side. Like, yes, yes.
Yeah, if
I
you want
mean,
to apply, you
yes.
just press in the applications,
Mm-hmm.
because now it's not active.
It's
So
closed.
Okay.
it's
When does it open? When does it open and when does it close?
uh, actually passive program is not they don't have like static like time. Let's say every year they open this or no. They they announce the program, and then when they accept and finalize all the stuff of sorting and sending the student to their host universities, and then they they look for they can announce for the next cohort, but they don't do it like every year. Sometimes every year, and sometimes every like 2 years.
Wow.
So you can just because in the in the website you can follow. They have news. You can just subscribe here, or
Mm-hmm.
you can follow them in the Facebook or LinkedIn. And if you subscribe, they sending you newsletters and the opportunities. Just put your email, your name and last name, and subscribe. So they having weekly uh, newsletter, and also with that newsletter they will send you opportunity. This website is good website. Even they can send you opportunities that is even beyond their work. So if there
Education,
are
yeah.
opportunities in Europe, in Africa, in America, in Asia, in terms of trainings, workshop, scholarship conference, everything that you can find it here. So just subscribe to this
Okay.
website. Uh, so all about uh, we have even they have a digital repository. If you press
Mm-hmm.
it here, you find all the publications and in term of like in term of reports or scholar publications. So there are some publications related to climate change, food security. So in terms of scholars, here are like most uh, published guys here, and in terms of subject, climate change, food security, in the date. So this one is a very rich website. You can just come and follow. So I don't want
Okay.
to make a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
if there,
I think we'll take a few questions because we
yeah,
are
but
running behind schedule. So we can take a few questions. First, Sandra is going to do a quick translation. We'll take a few questions and then we will hop back in.
okay,
Ok. Donc, en fait, il expliquait juste le principe de comment postuler. Donc, il est parti sur le site internet et il a essayé de dire, OK, le site internet que j'ai envoyé déjà le lien dans le chat, il faut juste entrer dans le site internet, essayer de regarder les positions où on met peut-être appliqué et tout, et prêter attention à la date limite. Pour le moment, c'est fermé, mais ça va être ouvert. Donc, il faut juste regarder au fur et à mesure parce qu'il a dit qu'il n'a pas précisé en fait le moment où c'est ouvert de façon spécifique, comme souvent d'autres bourses, on a l'habitude de savoir en janvier, en février, en ceci. Mais là, il n'a pas été précis par rapport à ça. Bon, on va prendre une question donc en français. Enfin, la question est en français, mais je vais la traduire en anglais pour que notre guest
Mhm.
réponde. Alors, c'est Farrell qui pose la question. Je lis d'abord en français. En fait, Farrell demande qui choisit l'école ou le laboratoire pour acquérir de nouvelles connaissances. Évidemment, il parle des connaissances supplémentaires. Bon, en fait, one question on the chat is about who choose the school or the laboratory to acquire new knowledge, uh, other additional knowledge. So, what do you think, Nasren? I mean,
the
how
the school of IPI or the African Host University. What does it mean?
I mean to acquire I mean when you finish maybe when you're done with the program in Africa, how do you choose maybe to go to Paris and to acquire another additional knowledge about maybe the research that you are working on?
Okay, so that was because we have already having international partner institutes,
Mhm.
so are listed here. So you go to the International Partner Institute website, and then let's see what is it. Uh, you go to the website and you look at the profile of the professors institute there, and then when when you find your area, and then you either send informally to that professor who
Mhm.
work in your area,
Mhm.
or you formally there is a person that is just designed for this one. You send him the name, email, and the institute, telling him this professor is in my area of interest, and I want to approach him so that I can go for the IPI sandwich. So they contact him uh, when he replies, and then you can just go. In the office of the coordinating unit, they can handle everything, and you just being sent there like mine. I just send the name and email of the professors, and then they did all things for me.
Ok. En fait, il dit qu'il y a des partenaires, donc associés évidemment au programme, et aussi des partenaires en fait internationaux évidemment. Et il dit qu'il suffit juste d'aller sur le site internet et rechercher justement ces partenaires-là, regarder leur profil et voir le profil qui match avec la recherche que tu es en train de faire actuellement et ce que tu aimerais prolonger. Et il dit que lorsque tu as toutes les informations sur le professeur, et ça implique quoi? Que tu as fait des recherches sur cet enseignant, tu as vu ce dont il travaille, ce sur quoi il travaille et tu as ses coordonnées, son email, son nom, etc. Là, maintenant, tu communiques avec tes professeurs qui sont en train de travailler avec toi dans ton programme pour qu'ils puissent te mettre en connexion avec l'enseignant. Et il dit que c'est ce qui s'est passé avec pour lui, ce qui s'est passé dans son cas, il a juste envoyé les coordonnées de l'enseignant, évidemment, à son professeur avec lequel il travaillait et ils ont noué la collaboration. Et on l'a juste appelé que oui, c'est bon, il peut aller justement faire ce qu'on appelle le sandwich, en fait, cet échange-là à Paris. Donc, il dit que c'est vraiment coordonné. Il suffit juste que tu recherches toi-même le professeur qui match avec ton profil. Et si ça se passe bien, et normalement, il ne devrait pas avoir de problème pour que tu rejoignes l'institution où tu aimerais prolonger ou alors maximiser évidemment tes connaissances dans le domaine dans lequel tu travailles. Maybe Pires, you
Yeah.
have one question.
No, is there any other question?
Yeah, there is
I
a question.
have,
Joseph
yeah.
has a question. Maybe you can read. Okay, so thank you, NASRADEEN, for these tips. You list the 5 key thematic area target by facet. Do you think that someone with a degree in mathematical science has a good chance of being selected? That is the first question. Or do you think it will be a good idea, of course, to reframe our skills in the CV through workshop or conferences on PASET priority term to better meet the scholarship selection? So, what do you think? So, first, anyone who has a degree in mathematical science has a chance to be selected. Second question, for you, it's good to reframe our skill in the CV in such a way that we can match very nicely maybe the PASET priority to maybe improve our chance to be selected.
Well, the priority, I think, is like listing conferences or those one day. It's not that prerequisite, like, but if you have a degree and if you're showing that you have ability to conduct a research, yes, even if you have paper or you have written, because they ask for the abstract of your master degree, master thesis.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want somebody that is outstanding. He has been in many conferences or he has published everything, but it's just advantage, but it's not like a main priority. And also they're having gender balance, they're having geographical balances, and they look all for all those ones. So they don't, if all the guys ranked or in the sorting, they ranked in the first are just ladies, they give chance for boys too. So it's there are balances. And and when they sort, they having an interview, but that interview is not let's say is not a mandatory one, but you do it like online is with they're having like apps, so no committee or those one. So you just record. There are 5 questions. What is your background? Why you chose pass it? What are you going to do? What do you see yourself in 5 years? What are you going to contribute to your country? It's just small, and you respond to them in the video in 5 minutes. You just click and respond, and then it's just easy one.
Okay, and
So
okay.
yeah, the fancy CV is not because their aim is to develop the Africans, those who have they don't have opportunity to get to go for another areas.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you missed the question about the if you have a degree in mathematical science, is it a good chance for you to be selected or doesn't matter?
Sure, you can be selected because you see, the mathematics is linked to the ICTs and those areas. So, and even you can come to the area of climate change and go for the data, those data sciences, and so
Yeah,
it's linked.
yeah, exactly. Another question for Jose, I mean, yeah, Joseph again. So regarding the research proposal, if possible, could you please provide some general tips to make it? Like, does it have to be short, feasible in the new future,
The
or?
near future. Yeah.
Uh, the proposal, it has no limits because they always having a place where you put the abstract of your proposal, but it's supposed to be informative,
Mm-hmm,
and yeah, it's not like you giving general a big idea and that you cannot even achieve. So just be specific in the area and what you want to achieve. And the best things, because they are not going also to go in details. So you just put things that link to the development of the Africa, and is linked by the needs of your country, and also uh, something that is innovative or new idea.
Okay. So my question has to do with when you are developing your proposal for PASET, do you need to contact a professor or not? Do you need to contact a professor? Do you need to do research that is in the direction of a particular professor that you're looking at or the institute that you're going to? Are those decisions things that you make before? Or do you just write a proposal that is a little bit broad?
Um, I think no need for contacting any professors in African host universities. But if you want to enlarge your opportunity to be selected, let's say if you are applying for mathematics or for climate change or food security,
mm-hmm,
if you can just go and see the profile of those universities, because even in this website they're having the areas where if you go to climate change, you find University of Felix of Boigny, Bayero University, Harma University, and you go to ICT, or you go to Senegal. So just develop the proposal that uh, is coming with new ideas, and then no need for contacting professors.
Okay. Now
I
this
hope
one
you.
this one is a mixed question. This one is mixed. You have won more than one scholarship, including a grant. What do you think is the main what do you think is the main reason holding other persons from accessing maybe the opportunity that you're accessing? Or what's your secret weapon that you use? There must be a way that some other people are missing it. What do people miss mostly when they are doing applications for grants or scholarships?
It's tricky one.
Yeah.
I think I think if like a humble guy like me, he won those scholarship and grants, everybody can win. Because um I'm not sure that I have did something that outstanding. I just applied with the same proposals that I applied for the scholarship have been selected, and then after for the grant I just minimize it, and then I send it, and then I got the grant too. So you don't need to afraid of anything. Whenever you find the opportunity to apply for things, you just go apply. But you don't apply in rubbish way. Just put the things. You have to read the guide. The guide. That is the secret. If there is any announcement for the scholarship and things, look at the guide and the objective of that program. So what that program want to achieve. Let's say PASET want uh, to advance the science and technology in like in terms of those assets fields. And okay, what they want, they want to develop this way and this way and this right. So you just go and just follow the track. Don't go. Even sometimes you're having brilliant ideas, but it's not in line with them. It's
Yeah.
like the things that they do, like for some journals. Maybe you're having
Mm-hmm.
a good ideas, but it's not in their scope.
Yeah. Out of scope.
So just focus on the scope and do the things that because uh, let's say you're having a proposal and it falls in the food security, maybe, but when they announce for a grant and that grant is is going beyond that area. So after, in food security, but using such kind of technologies. So you can just advance or let's say update your proposal in a way that it can match. So you will win definitely.
Wow. Okay. I think that's a brilliant caption, especially the point of not applying foolishly. Sandra, do you have are there any questions? Maybe you want to translate.
Uh, so donc let's see if there is a question, not supplementary question. No, ok. Donc bon, c'est vrai que je n'ai pas, j'étais un peu occupé à mettre cette page-ci en lumière. Donc
Ok.
si tu peux essayer de traduire ce qu'il disait.
Ok. Nasradeen nous disait que je lui demandais la question par rapport à lui, il a déjà gagné il a déjà gagné les grants et les PhD scholarships et les master scholarships. Je lui demandais alors qu'est-ce que qu'est-ce qui est son secret et qu'est-ce que d'autres personnes ne voient pas. Parce que si il y a quelqu'un qui est en train de passer et toi tu es en train d'échouer quelque part, ça veut dire qu'il connaît quelque chose que tu ne connais pas. Du coup, il me disait que généralement, tu dois d'abord suivre ce que on t'a déjà dit. Si tu pars dans le site web, les gens vont te dire, nous sommes en train de chercher tel type de candidat. Soit tu ajustes tous tes documents, que ça devient comme ce qu'ils sont en train de demander, soit tu laisses. Mais idéalement, il faut postuler, mais pas postuler bêtement. Qui veut dire, si tu trouves une opportunité et c'est pas dans ton domaine, si tu trouves un grant, c'est pas dans ton domaine, et tu n'arrives pas à peut-être réorganiser ton CV pour que ça reflète le domaine, mieux, c'est de ne pas postuler. Mais si tu es en train de postuler, il faut organiser que ton histoire part à la même manière que les histoires. S'ils disent qu'ils cherchent un Africain qui va changer son pays ou un leader, tu dois pouvoir être capable de démontrer que tu es un leader. Et il a dit le secret, c'est vraiment lire exactement ce qu'on est en train de demander et de soumettre. Et de ne pas avoir peur de soumettre aussi. Parce qu'il dit que lui, s'il peut gagner tout ce qu'il lui, il a gagné, c'est qu'il pense que beaucoup d'autres personnes peuvent aussi gagner. OK. Any other question? Um,
Let's see.
I
No.
think he has said a lot of things, especially the importance of the PASET program. But what is the difference between PASET and RSIF? Because it's
PASET is
written
the
PASET
Regional
RSIF.
Scholarship and Information Fund.
yeah, it's the PASET is the bigger program. So under
Oh,
it is the Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund. So it's because this fund, the name of the fund is it has to be allocated because the funders like World Bank and those guys, they have to put the name of so that it goes Rsif,
okay.
Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund.
What about the opportunities? You already spoke about the possibility of gaining grants and all that. What about other opportunities for alumnus of PASET? Like those who came
The,
before you?
yeah, there are good opportunities. Just because I'm cohort 3, and nowadays I have seen what is being done for cohort 1 and 2.
Okay.
After they have been graduated,
Mm-hmm.
they supported them with postdoc grants, and then uh, they always training them, because I have seen like 2 or 3 times they're sending them to Kenya for research grant writing, how they write the research grant and how they can develop their ideas. So is there are good opportunities and engagement with. They just when you finish, they will not just allow leave you like that, but they continue in your development.
Perez, you are
I
mute.
hope.
Je demandais si tu as écouté ce qu'il est en train de dire là maintenant. Okay. I was asking if you got what he was saying so that you can translate.
Okay, please, thank you. You can translate.
Okay, I was just asking about the opportunities that j'ai demandé par rapport aux opportunités qui sont disponibles pour après avoir soutenu et tu as ton doctorat, on va dire, tu es vraiment, tu es un alumni de PASET. Qu'est-ce qui sont les ouvertures? Et il me disait qu'en regardant, il est la troisième promo. Donc, quand il regarde la première promo et la deuxième promo, il retrouve qu'on ne te laisse pas seulement après le programme. Il y a des opportunités de rencontres où
Rsif project has completely empowered me in a number of ways because it has given me an opportunity to pursue the PhD. And that is a requirement for anyone to have for him or her to be elected to be a faculty member in the university.
When I finished my master's degree, I got a job at Nelson Mandela as an assistant lecturer. But the problem is Nelson Mandela is a postgraduate university. That means it only has master's and PhD students. And me having a master's means I'm not qualified to teach. And so I had to study further. To pursue my PhD. So in the process of looking for scholarship, that's when I come across PASET-Rsif initiative, and they have sponsored my PhD studies. And because of that, now I'm a doctor and I've been promoted into a lecturer position. And now I'm qualified to teach master's and PhD students.
The PASET-Rsif program has contributed to my research innovation endeavor, as this program is a great and beautiful opportunity for me, as first of all, I got opportunity to explore another country and learn more from them in terms of research and culture and everything.
this program is still available to apply.
Yeah, nowadays they're finalizing the cohort 6, which is they're just selecting, and then after they have done with that one, they will announce. So hopefully by, let's say, around June, they can open this one.
Okay. So around June, it might be open
Yeah, just go to the website and subscribe, and you
to
will
the
get the
newsletter.
notification.
So, pour ceux qui écoutent, vous pouvez partir sur le site web, vous mettez votre subscription par rapport à votre abonnement au newsletter. Le newsletter vous permettra de connaître quand est-ce qu'on va offrir, la période où les bourses PASSET s'ouvrent, vous allez une fois connaître. Et aussi sur le newsletter, on partage d'autres opportunités. les opportunités, par exemple, des postdocs, pour ceux qui sont PhD peut-être, pour des masters hors le PASET. Du coup, si vous êtes sur le newsletter, ça vous permet aussi d'avoir d'autres informations, des bourses et des grants. Sandra, s'il n'y a pas autre question, je pense que
OK.
c'est toi qui conclue aujourd'hui.
D'accord.
Mhm.
Donc voilà, merci beaucoup à tous justement pour cette séance. Nous remercions infiniment notre invité et qui nous a vraiment fait un détail. Personnellement, à titre personnel, je ne connaissais pas cette bourse PASSET, donc je découvre avec vous et c'est très intéressant. Je nous encourage à vraiment postuler et à prendre tous les éléments que notre invité a donnés, afin de prendre tout ça en compte et vraiment se préparer pour postuler. Et à chaque fois, regarder dans le site internet, il fallait sur le site internet regarder si la bourse est ouverte ou pas, quelles sont les informations dont on a besoin et on va se rappeler toujours de ce que l'invité avait à rappeler, à dire en fait, c'est qu'il faut se préparer pour cela et il faut avoir tous ces éléments en main pour pouvoir postuler. Et il a dit, on ne perd rien en postulant. Donc, so we say thank you very much to our wonderful guest today. So thank you very much because you share a lot of information about this scholarship. And I mean, to be honest, I was not really close to that. It was really my first time, let's say, to hear about this kind of scholarship. So I learned a lot about with you and yeah, so thank you very much. Now we are basically at the end of this meeting, so I will just say goodbye to all of us and maybe for the next session, yeah, so we can plan to see you again for next session next week and with the new guests and with the new session. So thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you so much, Nasradeen.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Tout à l'heure.